Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Cleghorn Coffin Classroom. It's math time. It is Monday, April 6th, and time for math. Before we get started, I want to remind you that we were doing subtraction the last time we met. So we've done addition, adding things together, and we've done subtraction, which is taking things away from a whole number. So I want you to continue to practice what we call simple math operations from now through the summer. I sent you some worksheets in your packets for addition and subtraction. And I also have provided an online site where you can go to practice adding and subtracting online. So I hope you'll continue to do that. That's a skill that we need to practice almost daily. So today we're going to start working with numbers higher than 10, counting and showing them on a 10 frame. And we have already done some of this in the classroom, but we'll be just working through some worksheets in the math book in section 8. So today we will be doing 9.1, just counting 11 and 12. We've also practiced writing these numbers. You'll remember when you come in the morning, first thing you do is write your numbers. That's how we begin our day each day. And we've written numbers up to 30. So I have already practiced writing some numbers. So your lesson today starts with Carlos. And you'll notice that Carlos has some cars. We're going to count and see how many cars Carlos has. Remember, when you're counting, to make sure that you're keeping track, you can put an X over each object as you say the number with your pencil. So you might want to get your pencil out and mark them as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carlos has 12 cars. You'll notice I counted left to right across the rows. And if I had my pencil, I would be putting an X as I counted each one. So he has 12. And you'll remember another word for 12 is a dozen. But he has 12. And you'll see here, this looks familiar to me. Does this look familiar to you? Let's count and see how many blocks we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we call this our 10 frame. You'll remember if the top row is full in our 10 frame, we know we have 5. If our 10 frame is completely full, we know we have 10. So, Carlos had 12 cars. How are we going to show 12 when we only have a 10 frame? So what you'll do is you'll complete your 10 frame. Remember, when you're adding counters to your 10 frame, you just have to draw a circle. That shows that you have claimed that space as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 counters in our 10 frame. So we could count this a couple ways. We could say 5 or we could say 10. We could say 5, 10 or 10. And so it's full. So we know we have 10, but Carlos had 12 cars. How are we going to show that? So what we do when we fill our 10 frame up is we come below it and we continue to add counters. So excuse my circles. I'm writing with my left hand. Okay, so now our 10 frame is full. We don't have to count the 10 frame. We know that when it's full, we have 10 counters. So we simply start with 10, right? 10, 11, 12. I don't need to take time to count those. I know when it's full, I have 10. So I start with the number 10. 10, 11, 12. That is one way to show 12. I can complete my 10 frame and add 2 more counters. Another way to show 12 is to write this symbol, to write the number 12, writing a 1 and a 2. So that's how you'll show Carlos has 12 cars. As you work through your pages, you'll flip over, and again, you'll be counting 11 and 12. So you'll count across, remember to X them out as you count, and write the number. And you'll be doing that throughout this exercise. So I just want to go over with you writing 11 and 12. Remember, 11 is a straight line down, red to green, red to green. So you have two straight lines to make 11. They stand close together. And then we space in between our next number, which is 12, which is a 1 and a 2. Remember that we start to see patterns with numbers. So 11 is 1, 1. 12 is 1, 2. Our next one would be 1, 3 for 13. So in our 10 space, our 1 always comes first. And then our, so we put 1 to mark the 10 space. And in the ones, you'll notice the number counts up. 1, 2. So 11 and 12. So you'll be writing 11 and 12 today and counting them. So for Monday, April 6th, please do 9.1 for your work. I'll see you tomorrow.